Back to school is right around the corner. If you want to start the year off right, you already know you're going to need a fresh haircut. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Aaron from Change Barber Studio, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 haircuts that every guy is asking for right now. Let's get right into it. So for haircut number 1, it's going to be the low skin fade with a textured top. So it's going to be clean on the sides and some movement on top. This one's perfect for a guy who just wants something modern but easy to maintain. And it works for pretty much every face shape. So what you can ask your barbers for a low skin fade, most likely you can drop it in the back right here too. And then kind of keep it square right here on the sides. Or if you do like the look, you can kind of bring it out just a little bit. And then just kind of keep it maybe right above your eyebrows, a little longer if you wanted to. But the really main thing you do want is to have that contrast from light to dark right here. And then just nice and texture on top. Pretty much just how to style it is just put some clay in, pomade, texture powder, damp hair, put it in, you're good to go. All right, for haircut number 2, it's gonna be either a low taper or a mid taper. With basically kind of same thing as the first one, messy on top, just kind of like how I have it right now. So what you're gonna ask for is low taper or mid taper. It's gonna have that nice contrast, again, just like the low fade, but this is not going all the way around, so you're keeping more texture throughout, like right here in these corners, and it's a cool look. This haircut's great too because it works for all hair types. You can rock it with curls, waves, or even straight hair like mine. The way to style this haircut, basically just either put some clay, pomade, or texture powder, put in damp hair, rub it all in, scrunch, and you're good to go. All right, haircut number 3. This one is gonna be the burst fade mullet. So for this haircut, you're either gonna ask your barber for a burst fade or a taper or a burst taper. So basically the differences are a burst is gonna go pretty much almost all the way around your ear here. And then the taper is just gonna be right here on the sides, just like the taper I have right now. Or if you wanna do something in between, you can go with a burst taper, which will kind of be around maybe the halfway point of your ear or so. And that's gonna kind of be like an in-between of a taper and a burst fade. But the really main thing of this haircut is the mullet portion in the back. So basically, you're gonna have all this nice hair throughout here. So for the mullet, it's gonna be short on the sides with a nice party in the back. A lot of guys have it, especially with younger guys in sports, entertainment, and streetwear. For this haircut, for the style on top, you could either have it like a textured fringe, just kind of everything going forward, or if you wanted to as well, you can have like everything kind of slicked back with the mullet, and that looks good as well. Oh, and another side part with this haircut too, I do like it, so it's kind of like the flow haircut, so not exactly the burst one with the mullet, but with the flow with the taper. So you're gonna get a taper on the sides, usually like a low taper or a mid taper, and it's gonna be a low taper or mid taper here with like the mullet in the back, but on here on the sides, it's still gonna flow back, and you could have like a middle part or just a slick back on top as well, and that looks really good as well. All right, the next haircut is gonna be a buzz cut. This is really gonna be new year, new you. So really the buzz cuts I like is you could either keep it on the long side, which is either like a 5 to like an 8 guard, or if you do want it shorter, I would recommend going with like maybe a 3 or a 4. Anything shorter than that is going to be really short, but you can go for like a 1 or a 2 if you do like that length, but just know it's going to be pretty short. Whenever I do get my buzz cuts, I usually go for a 3 or a 4, but if I do want it shorter, I'll stick with like a 2 or a 3. But if you do want to keep it a little darker on top with the buzz cut, I'd recommend going like a 6 to 8. And for my buzz cuts, I do like to get either like a mid taper on the sides or just a fade all around, which looks really clean. And for the fade, I usually like to get either a mid fade or a high fade with a buzz cut. I don't really like the low fades with a buzz just because the contrast is going to be a little weird with a buzz cut when you do get a low fade, because it's already kind of light on top, and then whenever you get like the low fade on the sides, the contrast is kind of weird. So I do like having either a mid fade or a high fade for when you do have a buzz cut. So you have that nice baldness here and then like nice length on top. All right, the next haircut is gonna be an all scissor cut. So there's a lot of different like scissor cuts you can go with. One of the main ones that I've been doing a lot recently and have been seeing is just like the scissor cut with the all flow back, pretty much called the flow. I don't have a comb on me, but usually you want to have everything about, how long is the comb? Like 5 to 6 inches of length, and then on the back, on the neck area, it's maybe kind of an inch or so, depending on what length you want in the back, down from your neckline, and then just layer that all on top in the back. Usually with the flow, you have a slick back, either curtain bangs or 70-30, 80-20, pretty much however your hair naturally grows. So all scissor cut, everything flowing to the back. And a bonus tip as well for the flow is if you do want the flow to look a little cleaner, I do have some clients who like to get a low taper on the sides with the flow, and I think that looks pretty cool too. Oh, and another one, if you don't want to keep your haircut as long, but you still want like that nice flow back to the back. 1 second. All right. Okay, as I was saying, if you do still want to keep that flow, but you don't want to keep it kind of like mullety or super long, I would go for like a low taper brush back. So it's basically getting low tapers here on the sides, low taper in the back, and everything all kind of brushes back to the back and then nicely like fades into the taper in the back. And I think that looks really good, really good. Well, I think that's pretty much it for the top 5 haircuts for back to school. I think I kind of went over 5, but I just kind of went on a tangent there, and I was just thinking of haircuts I've been doing and what I've been seeing in the shop. So you probably got more than 5, maybe like 6, 7, but yeah. So pretty much those are the best back to school haircuts to get. What haircut are you gonna get? And if I miss anything, drop a comment down below and let me know. And also, if you're in the Houston area, book your haircut at Change Barber Studio and start the school year right. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like the video, and comment what you want to see next. Thank you.